Hey everybody, I'm BMOC. You're not tuned to BMOC.TV. So today is probably gonna be like my shortest review ever for an album. To be honest with you, just for all the Alton Sterling, the situation incident, and we talked about that in our last The Culture episode. In the hope of the shootings and the police. It's just been a really, really gloomy week. Not really planned on promoting anybody's music this week. I kind of just wanted to rest. And so the Culture episode tomorrow, we should talk about the top female MCs. I wasn't planning on doing a review, but just going through this week, you know what I'm saying? And it's just been a really tough time. And so I happened to pop in ScHoolboy Q's album. It just dropped yesterday. I just want to hear some new music to kind of keep my mind off some things. And man, this album is incredible. This album is incredible. Incredible. It's probably dropping at a really bad time right now because a lot of people probably aren't interested in really like in tune with the music unless you're like a hardcore ScHoolboy Q fan, which you've been waiting for this for a while. But for the general public, it may be a little rough time. But I really hope that when people kind of can like find some positivity and just want to have a little bit of fun during these dark times, that they put on this album. This album is incredible. And so because it's such a fast review I'm doing, and sorry guys, again, this wasn't planned. I just didn't feel right not making a review for this. I've been listening to this non-stop, and I'm like, even though it's a tough time out here and we're going through a lot of stuff, ScHoolboy Q has a family, you know what I'm saying? He spent a lot of time on this project, and I feel if I enjoy it this much, I gotta shout him out. I gotta let people know to go support this brother because it's an incredible body of work. So actually, for the first time, I'm gonna run through my notes. Simply kind of like, what happens usually in my reviews is I hear an album about 3 or 4 times and I kind of just come on camera and just kind of just spit out my thoughts and what I was thinking. But because it's a short window, and I just listened to it yesterday, I wrote down some specific notes I want to get off to talk about this album. Starting even from the first track, I'm just going all the way down. This album is dope. Blankface LP is incredible. The first full album I've heard of ScHoolboy Q was Oxymoron, which was great. With the whole TDE camp, he's part of TDE. If you don't know TDE, it's J-Rock, it's Kendrick Lamar, Absol, ScHoolboy Q. It's a really great collective. They're Black Hippie as a group, but they're signed to TDE. And so, Kendrick's getting a lot of spotlight right now, and it's deserving because Kendrick Lamar is on the top of my list in terms of newer MCs in the game. But their whole team is hard, man. The whole team is hard. J-Rock is dope. ScHoolboy Q, Absol, but ScHoolboy Q has his own kind of like unique sound and style. It reminds me really of that like early 90s type of vibe, that kind of like carefree, I'm like rapping like I don't care but I care because I'm rapping type of thing. That was some bars for y'all, some bars right there. It's a great project. So Torch is fire. It's the first track. It's just fire. Torch, Lord Have Mercy with the Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats is crazy. Swiss Beats and ScHoolboy Q on the track. It's like just like the lyricism and the production and the fire. Lord Have Mercy. When I heard the track, I said Lord Have Mercy too. That part was the single, which is fire with Kanye. The okay. It was dope. Groovy Tony, loving it. The Jadakiss guest verse. Oh. I wouldn't mind hearing a whole mixtape of ScHoolboy Q and Jadakiss together. I wouldn't mind that at all. And then I love how the beat switches up with the Eddie Kane, which is tough. Eddie Kane, reference to the 5 heartbeats. For my little older heads out there know what I'm talking about. Know You're Wrong is dope. Whatever You Want. Perfect party song. Perfect party song. I love the hook. It reminds me a little bit of like the Linkin Park vibe. I know if people out there are big Linkin Park fans, it's not like a rock track. Oh, that's dope. Rock trap. I just made up a new genre of music. But it's not like rocker like Linkin Park, but it has that carefree and the hook. But it's jamming. So great party song. Not commercial party, but just a great party track. By Any Means, the production is incredible, lyricism on point. I love hearing Kendrick Lamar, even though he's not credited. I love hearing it like his voice is sprinkled through the hook. This really could have been a Kendrick Lamar song. to be honest with you, or at least a Kendrick Lamar feature. You know, they did a whole Black Hippie remix of that part, which is fire, which that could have been on the album. Come on, ScHoolboy Q, come on. But I would love to hear Kendrick on this one as well. But ScHoolboy Q, again, holds it down for sure. It's not missing anything. Dope Dealer is fire, with E40, flawless track. I love that collaboration. The whole LA Bay Area collabs, those are always dope. The John Muir was probably my favorite beat on the album, especially when the saxophone part comes on the hook, and then oh my god, it sounds like something like out of New York Undercover. Okay, if you're young, you don't know who New York Undercover is, YouTube it right now. Do your Googles. Big Body is fire. Never Change with SZA. Incredible. She everything she touches is gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, her which was with J-Rod, she's one with ScHoolboy Q. She's amazing. Straight Ballin is another one of my favorites. The beat reminds me a little bit of Flashing Lights, almost like a Flashing Lights remix, so to speak, if there was one, which is dope. Again, super catchy, could be a radio song. Speaking of radio songs, Overtime is dope with Miguel and Justice Guy. Overtime, I mean, that's like, you know how his song Studio, yeah, I'm in the studio, that was a radio joint, like towards the end. This is that too. This could easily be a single, as well as a lot of them. Whatever You Want could be a single too. Ride Out is dope with Vince Staples. Come on, Vince Staples. I wasn't the biggest Vince Staples fan. I didn't hate him, but I wasn't really like hip to everything. But his features, he always brings it. He always brings it. So he's one of those other new guys that you gotta have to look out for. Then we get into Black Thoughts. He's spazzing on some type of like introspective vibe, which is cool. He could have got Black Thought from the Roots. Come on, ScHoolboy Q, get Black Thought. Maybe Black Thought will like do something and remix it, but that could have been cool. But I love it. The actual title track, Blankface featuring Anderson .Paak, is powerful. Anderson .Paak's one of my favorite new singers out. If you didn't check out Malibu, get that now. He's also was on Dr. Dre's Compton. He was on the Game documentary too. He's just amazing guy. Love his music. Yes, Overtime is dope. And then Took You Knows Part 2 is fire. With Traffic, I think Traffic and TF. ScHoolboy Q mentioned on, I think it was Hot 97, about some of the neighborhood cats wanted to spit on songs, and he would kind of turn people down because they weren't up to par. But these two guys did their thing on it. Really did their thing. Incredible. I really love Traffic's flow too. It's dope. I don't know if they're signed or anything like that, but first time I'm hearing them. So I mean, these are all, I love all these songs, man. I love it. Again, this is a short review. It's kind of like out of nowhere, but I just couldn't let it go by, man. It's just incredible body of work. Hopefully the timing's maybe a little off. You know, you never know. The numbers could do really well. And I know it's not all about numbers. It's about the music, but it's just in the business, when you do great numbers, you get better support, so that you can have the tours and you can push the album more when people hear your music. So people say, oh, the numbers shouldn't matter. The numbers kind of matter, because once the label sees you have those numbers, they'll fund your project more and they'll put more promotion on you. And that way your brand can reach bigger audiences and they can hear the great music. It kind of sucks to have great music and nobody hear it. So this is great. So again, support that brother, stream it, buy it. It's a great album. Incredible lyricism. His delivery is dope. His cadence is very unique. I just love it. It's a really well produced, well written album. So again, this was a very short review. I hadn't planned on doing reviews. I was kind of just thinking more about the police stuff and situation that was going on. But this album again was really incredible. I don't have all like the song titles and things flowing, so you gotta do your Googles on that. I got y'all next time, I promise. My next review is gonna be all the little special effects stuff that I have. But I just couldn't let the weekend go by without just shouting out ScHoolboy Q, TDE, just Blankface LP. Again, stream it, download it, buy it, support that man's project. We need more great hip hop. There hasn't been a lot of great hip hop releases this year like last year. Last year we had a great year. It felt like there was a great album every week or every 2 weeks. And this year's been a little, little dry. So I'm hoping this may be the beginning of the end of the year, that we'll have some of the greater releases. So again, check that out. Also, if you want to see our views from the culture about the whole Alton Sterling incident, check out our last episode of The Culture. We have another live episode tomorrow, 9 p.m. on YouTube, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna be talking about the best female rap MCs of the game. Yeah, support, man. If you want to see more reviews, just subscribe to youtube.com/BMOCTV or go to BMOC.TV. I'm BMOC. Peace.